And we are live. Hello, everybody.
What?
My name's Hudson
Hi.
Kraft, and I am not only your host today, but I'm also the third tie-breaking petitioner as well.
What's up, guys? My name is Dalton, and I've made some changes.
Oh.
Hi guys, I'm Josh Pickle, and I have a nice pinkish tint today from getting burnt.
Nice. Who burned you?
My son.
Wow, your son. Dang. This is a really big reveal. Josh Pickle has a son.
Actually, I lay claim to the son.
I've heard he's quite bright. Smart kid. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna. Oh, whoops. Let's not. Let's hide that one real quick. I don't think we're gonna go with that one. But first.
Oh, okay.
First of all, it's tempting. It's tempting. I just wanted. Okay. Fine. We'll bring it up now that I've said it. It said.
Yeah, you said it.
It's a petition. It has 72 signatures, and it says, "Keep Missouri pro-choice." And I didn't read anything about it. I just was like, Missouri pro-choice? It's tempting, even though I'm pro-life. Yeah, that's wrong. It's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Missouri. It was a joke. Kidding. First up, gonna hit that lightning round real fast.
Ooh.
Are you guys ready? I will also be participating, taking care of any ties. Here we go.
Let's go.
Get Caleb expelled.
That's it.
Dalton.
Screw Caleb, yeah.
Yeah. Josh.
Well,
I'm gonna say no.
No?
Because I want Hudson to break the tie.
I have to break the tie. Yes, absolutely. Caleb, you're expelled. Get out of here. Next. Oh, let's see. Oh. Dang it. Okay, open the public library for 2 more hours.
That's it.
Josh.
No. Screw reading.
No? Okay, no more public library for 2 hours. Dalton?
Libraries exist still?
Burn.
Yes.
Just like Josh's face.
Dalton, you should be for this. You grew up going to the library.
I basically did. Yeah, keep them open for 2 hours. I'm cool with that.
Hudson
All right.
tiebreaker.
Well, I'm gonna say no. I don't want to keep libraries open. We've got the whole library on the internet. Just go there.
Okay.
Boom. Libraries stay closed. All right.
Suck it, kids without reading and computers.
And there we go. That's our lightning round. It's a very short lightning round. True lightning round, because there just weren't a bunch of short petitions. We've got a bunch of longer ones that we want to get into that actually have some meat on the bones. That I want us to talk about. I had one that was for Zach. I'm so sad that he's not here. It's a very conspiratorial one. So Dalton, you're gonna have to take up the helm and be the conspirator for tonight.
Oh, I'm ready.
We'll save that one for later though, because the first one that I am so excited about. Make the ruler called a footstick.
Wait, what?
It's a petition with 11 signatures that says, make the ruler called a footstick.
A footstick.
Yeah. And it's got some good foundation, some good substance here. So Anna Kate says, why is the ruler called a ruler and not a footstick? A meter stick is called a meter stick because it's 1 meter long, and a yardstick is called a yardstick because it is 1 yard long. So why shouldn't the ruler be called a footstick because it is a foot long? What are your thoughts? Footstick. Since I'm weighing in this time, I believe that the ruler should absolutely be called a footstick. because it was based on the patriarchy, and the ruler was the guy that was setting how long it was. And I said, no more to that. I got me a good old size 12 shoe right here. It's a foot stick. Everybody can relate with that.
Yeah. Like, hand me a foot stick. Hey, get that foot stick over there. I need to put some measurements on this thing. I don't know. In the words of Jordan Peterson, I'd be like, oh, man, you don't know the trouble you're getting into, man. Those words have meaning, Words mean something. And when you call a foot stick a ruler, it means a lot more than just a foot stick,
That's true.
That's my
there we
answer.
go. We can't just go changing the names of things willy-nilly, no matter what anybody says.
Yeah.
I just want to address that Dalton thinks that rulers are what construction workers use.
I didn't say that.
You just did a country voice and said, "Hand me that foot stick over there."
That could be anybody. That could be anybody.
That could be. That was just Dalton taking off of his fake accent.
Dalton sounds like that normally.
That's it. He puts
The
on
ruler
a
is
guise.
The ruler is like exclusively a classroom thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So yeah, the math teacher was like, "Hey, give me that foot stick over there. We're gonna do some trigonometry."
I'm gonna say no because I don't like things being changed, and we're changing too many things already. Just learn to call it a ruler.
We have gotten used to just having so much power. Like, we over the months that we've been doing this, we had just gotten a taste for power now, and we really should just pump the brakes a little bit.
Because last week we talked about changing the daylight savings time, and then
it happened.
We talk about it, and then the Senate just takes it upon them and like, wow, we have to do it now.
We did it.
We have too much power.
We haven't even touched on it yet. We did it.
Yeah. We changed it.
We made a change.
Marco was listening to us, and he was just like, "I gotta do it. I gotta do it for the boys.
For the boys.
For the boys.
For the punchable boys."
Have you seen the name of that act? Oh, it's called like the Sunshine Protection Act.
Ooh,
that's the name of it to keep daylight savings. It's called the Sunshine Protection.
Interesting.
Let's see. Daylight saving stats. Time change. United States, no. I need the actual one. Change act name. State legislation. Make the Eastern Daylight Time year-round. Act contingent on a change to federal law and requiring the security of state to monitor action by the federal government. Well, I don't see the name of it, but yes.
Look up
that.
I'm pretty sure it's called that. Just type in Sunshine Protection Act.
Yep, the Sunshine Protection Act. Holy cow. There we go. We're protecting sunshine. We're protecting your son, Josh.
My son.
He's going to be protected now. All right, so I think that it's final. We are not going to be changing the name of the ruler to the foot stick.
Yeah.
We're going to be keeping it the same. It's going to be called the ruler, and it forever is just going to have a big head about it.
Now, the next thing we do need to do, though, is we need to find a petition that says that Congress can no longer sign bills that have multiple, 2,000-page bills anymore. Maybe we should ditch on that. Since we're we're changing things,
Instead of daylight
savings. Be a good one to do. Yeah. Tomorrow, and Ted Cruz is like, "So we made some changes." Like, dang, man.
We made a few more changes, guys. We found out that we actually could make a change with daylight savings, and so then we just launched from there.
And then we just decided to change everything.
We changed a lot of things. I've been listening to this podcast here recently.
About changing petitions.
Next up. Petition for someone to buy me Red Bull. Riley Pooper says.
Did you say Pooper?
Riley Pooper says, someone should buy me Red Bull because I'm addicted and can't live without it. I haven't had a Red Bull in 2 weeks, and I can feel that I'm slowly dying inside. Someone please send help. So, this is a petition to buy Riley Pooper a Red Bull. Josh, would you buy Riley Pooper a Red Bull?
I really hope that's his actual name, but I feel like it's a fake name.
I hope not. I just put him on blast.
Riley Pooper, I'm sorry, man. It sounds like you have a problem. So no, I'm gonna have to cut you off.
Wow.
Even if it means killing you.
Even if you die, Riley.
Even if you're dying and you need Red Bull, I'm sorry. No.
He says that he hasn't had a Red Bull in 2 weeks, and he can feel that he is slowly dying inside. So, Dalton?
If it helps, I'll buy him cigarettes, but no more Red Bull.
No, I'll buy you beer, cigarettes, whiskey, whatever.
Yep.
Just
whatever
not
you need. Not Red Bull.
So, when I was in Thailand, we had Red Bull that was like these small glasses of Red Bull, but it was like just the juice. There was no carbonation in it.
Uh-huh.
And it was actually very tasty. And in my head,
that's called heroin.
Wait,
sure.
It's just the juice? The juice?
Yeah, there was no carbonation. It was just like the Red Bull like flavor, but there was no. Yeah, but it was actually good. It was actually really good, and we were allowed to drink it because they wouldn't let us drink a lot of soda while we were like traveling because it was so hot. They didn't want us to get dehydrated, and so they're like, you can drink anything that doesn't have a lot of carbonation in it. And so we would drink those little things.
Well, I mean, Red Bull does like I can't stand the taste of Red Bull. It's gross.
I don't love it.
I used to hate it, but then after that trip, when I came back home, I kind of liked it. I haven't drank it in years because I know it's not good for me, but I like it. But my point is, in my head, I imagine this dude being like Frodo Baggins when he got stabbed by that ring wraith, and he's like sitting there dying, and like I go on this epic adventure back to Thailand to get that thing of Red Bull, and I travel all the way back, and before he takes his last breath, I pour just a little bit into his mouth, and he goes, oh.
And you just whisper, "I'll always be there for you, Riley Pooper."
Riley Pooper.
Riley Pooper, I'll be there by your side.
I'm the Samwise that gives you this.
You're the Samwise to Riley Pooper's Frodo.
I got you, Mr. Frodo.
You have to decide if he gets Red Bull.
Oh, man. I hold this poor child, I assume it's a child, poor child's life in my hands right now. Do I give him Red Bull, or do I let him die of Red Bull withdrawal?
I know, I was about to say, if he's a child, he's not going to live long.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, we made it, so...
Oh, that's
and we
true.
definitely drank Red Bull and the equivalent. I'm going to say Riley does not get Red Bull. And my reasoning is that if he hasn't had Red Bull in 2 weeks... then that means that he's practically already there. He's just like a freaking tweaker right now.
Yeah, he's on the back.
Yes. He is almost through. And so for Riley's good, I'm going to cut him off.
Yeah, we got to stop his addiction. I got you.
He's got to switch to cigarettes.
He's got to switch to something a little bit healthier. Yeah. He's got to.
I'm sorry, but like that's a weak addiction, Red Bull. Like I mean, heroin. You can get away with heroin. That's a strong addiction. Yeah. I mean, like that's a man's addiction.
That's a man's addiction. Listen, Riley, come back when you're addicted to meth.
Just we'll talk. Meth.
Oh, excellent. Okay, well, sorry, Riley, but no Red Bull for you. I'm about to be a dad. I can't be condoning these types of things.
Yeah, you got to teach your child right. Don't get addicted to weak things.
Take heroin instead.
All right. Next up, Vlad A brings us Vlad's against Putin. 7 people have signed. We, the Vlads of this planet, want to take a stand against Putin. He does not represent us, and we blame this entire conflict on his Putin-ness. Vlads do not stand with Putin in his war. 75 years ago, hundreds and thousands of Adolfs were silent about Hitler. They let him go around spewing hate. Where are they now? Extinct, like that mustache style. We won't repeat their failure to act. We won't let Putin ruin our names. Instead, we will call on all Vlads and allies worldwide to unite against violence against Ukrainians. To the international media, in the Russian language, short for Vladimir is Vova, not Vlad. Get your facts straight. Vova might sound silly and emasculating in English, which is good. Vova Putin needs to get his mojo taken away. So let's not make him sound more fabulous than he is. He's no Vlad. So I think that this is just a petition to start calling Vlad by Vova instead, which I agree. Very emasculating. And to just try and stop the Vlad hate before it gets too far. And that we aren't allowed to call children Vlad anymore. Like we are with Hitler. So let's see, it keeps going, but we'll take this. Direct message to Putin. Vovo, wake up. If there's still a little Vladness left in you, you will stop committing your atrocities and chill out. I mean, fellow Vovas and Vlads are suffering from your actions. This is enough. Dalton, how do you feel about Vlads against Putin?
I feel like Dracula is sitting somewhere and he's like, yes, let's call him Vovo. He's definitely the worst Vlad I know. It's definitely not me.
Yeah, we've already got an impaler here.
Yeah.
An actual person, not even Dracula.
Yeah.
Like, we've got Vlad the Impaler, who was a bad dude. And I feel like we're ignoring him. He's like, he had his name because he would put people on stakes.
But Putin's definitely the worst Vlad, not that guy.
That's it. Well, I mean, Putin's a little bit sneakier. He doesn't hoist people up on stakes, but he just poisons them, and if they release any media about him,
they just disappear.
Yes,
he's Vlad the Disappearer. I don't know. I'm cool with it. I think if we're gonna call him Vovo, I just see him being in a Volvo, like a little tiny Volvo. Mm-hmm. So not like the car you used to have, but like maybe, I don't know if they sell like a smaller one, like a more compact.
Thank you for that clarification.
Separation, yeah.
But it wasn't like
compact Volvo.
But I wanted to make it a convertible. It needs to be a convertible, but it needs to be very compact. Mm-hmm. So when he's driving, he's like doing this, and he's just kind of like scooting past.
Yeah, like a clown car situation.
Yeah, and we'll be like, "Oh, Vovo, how are you?" And he's like, "Ah,
oh, why did I buy this stupid little car?"
He's like, "Vovo 3, yay!"
Josh, it's gonna be tough to top that plan. What?
I don't think I have a comment at all anymore.
That's it. So do you think that Vlads should be against Putin, or should we take it all the way back and be like, look, Vlads, we've got some rough ones out there. We're associated with Dracula. We're associated with Vlad the Impaler. We're associated with Vladimir Putin. Maybe they should just start, naming children different things.
Like Vovo.
Like Vovo. That's much better.
Why don't they just? They're talking about changing Vladimir Putin to Vovo. Why don't they just switch to Vovo? Less threatening.
Isn't Zelensky's first name Vladimir?
I think so.
Are they both? Hold on, Zelensky.
I'm not sure.
See, I'm on YouTube, so I probably need to look up.
There's no way. Zelen. Let's see.
Yeah, it's Zelen and then Sky, so SKY.
Thank you on the lesson for spelling sky.
Oh no. His name is Volodymyr, not not
Oh.
Vladimir.
Below.
Volodymyr.
Hello. That sounds
Why
like a
don't the
rapper's
Vladimirs just become Volodymyr?
The
Not much
Vlads
of a
need to
difference.
become Volodes.
Hey, Vlad, how are you? No, it's Velo.
Volo.
Velo the Impaler.
No, there was never a
It's not
Volode.
above. It's not above. It's below.
It's
Volo.
Volo.
Velo.
Volo
I'm
me
down.
if you want to leave.
Velo me.
All right, so Josh, are you signing this to? I don't really know what the change here is, but I think the main point is to start calling Vlad by what was it? It wasn't
Velo? No, it was Vovo.
Vovo. Vova, that was it. It had
Vova.
an A, so it had a little feminine touch to the end there.
Vova.
Vova. And
Vova.
so, I think it would be fine if we started calling Mr. Putin Vova. So I'm for it.
No.
No.
And here's the thing. I don't know if I want to pick either. I may say no. I think I'm gonna say no.
What?
No.
There's
He
too
said
much.
Vlad.
It would be so funny after all this stuff chills out to call him Vovo. It's almost adorable. But I haven't told y'all this, but I was looking at movies today because I was thinking about going to see a movie, and I was looking at the times. And do y'all know there's a propaganda movie for the Ukraine in theaters right now?
Really?
Yeah, it's
What?
called The Guide. And I guess it must be like a Ukrainian movie that was filmed a while back dealing with like the Russian conflict. But it's in theaters right now.
Oh.
Like in Tennessee, like in our like multiple theaters.
And it's about Russia.
Yeah.
Pretty much Russia being bad.
Yeah, I'm guessing, but it's like propaganda, and it's like we haven't had something like that happen since like what? Like World War II?
Mm-hmm. Well,
So,
that is
I
one of
don't
the
know.
things. Like, if you got like the Ghost of Kiev, which the video of that was from a video game, and it didn't happen. And then you've got what's the island? I forgot. There's also some stuff that came out. There's things that are not true, but in support of Ukraine, and so like it's tough because.
That's my problem with this whole topic is that it's like, I'm sorry, but if our media is so much against Russia, and like as Dalton said, and it's against Putin, and then Dalton was talking about, they've got if Hollywood is making something saying Russia's bad, then Russia might not be that bad.
Or
Just
or
being
at least-
honest.
At least questioning, like,
Or at least sit on that moral compass of all these people suck.
yes, there is
That's
that.
a
I
good.
mean,
That's
Ukraine,
a good moral compass to stop at, and
Yeah.
then kind of look, and yeah.
Yeah, Ukraine, their military does have an openly Nazi segment. Like it's.
Oh,
Have you
And
guys
we're-
heard about that?
yes, and
Yeah.
we will pay for that.
Yeah.
We will pay for that in the
Uh-huh.
future. So,
Mhm.
Well, we've
so
already. I don't know if you saw, but Biden sent them like $14 billion, so we're paying for it to
That's it.
to flourish.
The Azov
Yeah.
regiment.
Yep. And then you think about our country too. Like, let's
NATO
not act
says-
like our
NATO
country's
says
good.
that it didn't notice Ukraine soldiers' apparent Nazi regiment. Or
Yep.
Nazi symbol in a tweet. Sorry about that. But
Over the
yes.
last year, I think people are starting to realize it's like, you know what? Like, I guess your patriotism is like, our country is like always great, and you look back and it's like, we've done some terrible things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
It's like we're
has done
doing
some pretty terrible
Terrible
things.
things.
And
It
yes, it is. It's not great. I'm
Nope.
of the opinion that once absolute power corrupts absolutely, and we've got a lot of people who are in positions of absolute power in technology, in government, in lots of different places, and
that are technically they're U.S. people, but they're still evil. So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, there's like, how do I say this so we don't get taken off? I would say there's certain things that people have found in the Ukraine that are claiming that maybe they belong to the United States, that the United States definitely shouldn't have had there. And, we could talk about this for an hour. So,
well, luckily, the next petition, the one that I wanted Zach to be on for, is
conspiracy.
Stop the eugenists from poisoning our air, food, and water. 40 people have signed. And Minnesota Money Boss started this petition. It says, depopulation under the guise of geoengineering program, a.k.a. chemtrails, vaccinations, and electrical towers, has to stop. We know what the corporations are doing. They're shortening lifespans and getting populations of people sick, and it has to stop now. Share this wide and abroad to let the world leaders know what they're doing and exactly how they're doing it. Minnesota Money Boss, I think you've solved it. You've done it right here. But
interesting.
To determine whether or not you get the 41st signature, we'll have a discussion.
So is this one that Zach has talked about?
No, he hasn't talked about it, but just as our resident conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. I was going to say you should text him and say we need him to hop on for Conspiracy Corner real quick.
Ooh, yeah.
Because he might hop on.
For just a minute.
Just a minute. Tell him, hop on. We need Conspiracy Corner for a minute.
We need some help, Stat, to come and answer how we can stop the eugenists from poisoning our air, food, and water. And also help Minnesota Money Boss with his spacing and punctuation.
That seems to be a pretty common theme.
While we're waiting for him, because he can go really crazy with it, I'll say something that we can latch on to that is true, is that we definitely know is true, right?
Yeah.
Is that there is people that are very powerful that maybe have wrote something like this that I'm going to start reading soon.
Dalton, we're on a podcast.
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
No, I'm just saying you can't hold up a book.
You
can't hold up a book and then expect people to know what you're
talking
about.
So, this really cool guy named Klaus Schwab, German fella, decided to write a book called COVID-19, The Great Reset, where he wants to, him and the World Economic Forum, want to basically change the way we do basically everything. And there's a lot of people like him that think that it would be really good to have a lower population.
And no. Clarify. Not just a lower population. They mean like 500,000 people on the entire Earth.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and we have like how many?
Like 8 billion.
Yeah.
That's 8 with a B.
Take that for what you will.
They want to kill 7.5 billion people.
Yeah, that math doesn't quite check out. If they want 5,000 and we've got 8 billion.
No, I said 500.
500,000.
500,000.
They want about 500,000.
That still doesn't check out. Still got some zeros missing. But I'm with you.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, you're right, because I said 8 billion, not 8 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, they want I think it was about 500,000. It might have been in the low millions. They want enough people that can do work and essentially be labor people that can take care of the elites.
Yeah, well, I mean, you think of if anybody has played BioShock, one of the best games of all time. And the premise, though, is that you're in a plane, it crashes in the ocean, you show up in this underwater civilization, which was kind of an experiment gone wrong. And as you're playing through, spoiler alert, if you haven't played this roughly 15 to 20-year-old game, you find out that the reason that it fell apart is because they had this divide between the workers and the rich, the wealthy class, and so even in a place that was this utopia for experimentation and wealthy people to do whatever the heck they wanted to, they had the working class that was keeping everything going, and they kind of rose up. And so they're kind of wanting to do Rapture. They're wanting to do that from BioShock, and I'm like, that didn't work out very well. Didn't work out very well in there.
Yeah.
Well, the whole idea of a reset is gonna be kind of hard because, like, first off, they've got to de-arm the United States.
Yeah,
and that's why.
Well, and also, like, one, from a positive point of view, like, we are getting a lot of really good Second Amendment favoring legislation going through.
Oh yeah,
a lot of constitutional carry getting started.
Didn't
Tennessee,
a new state?
Tennessee no longer has a carry permit. You can just carry.
Yep.
Didn't a new state become an open carry state as well? Like more of a purplish state, a state that kind of flips back and forth. It might have been Ohio, I think. It became an open carry.
I don't know. I know. I think it was Virginia or West Virginia got some more lenient gun laws recently, but that I don't remember what they were.
I saw a state because it was like a headline. It said it became an open carry, but it may not have been Ohio.
I mean, I think Texas.
Well, Texas probably already been open carry.
Well, Texas, it says in 2021, September of last year, Texans can now openly carry. So maybe that's newer.
It must be without a permit.
Let's see. Georgia Senate passes bill nixing the license requirement to carry. Maybe Georgia. That was
maybe
February 28th.
That might have been it.
Might be it.
Well, I'm guessing Zach's not getting on.
Doesn't sound like it. So, Minnesota Money Boss. Back to you, my friend. Depopulation under the guise of the geoengineering program, chemtrails, vaccinations, and electrical towers has to stop. I'll tell you guys, I'll start this one off. I'll give you my opinion. So, as we just covered, I think eugenics is generally wrong and bad and doesn't end up going good places. But I think that Minnesota Money Boss might be taking the wrong tact here. I think that we probably should, instead of just shouting about random things like chemtrails, vaccinations, and electrical towers. Wow, that's an interesting one. But I think instead of just shouting like a madman, we should probably just try and actually get some facts and figures and identify the people who are actually doing something wrong here. Yeah. It'd be nice if we got like a president's son's laptop with tons of evidence and details.
Yeah, speaking of the Ukraine
malpractice. Yeah.
That is going to I'm pretty sure that's going to come out.
It's out. What are you talking about?
It is out.
It's going to come out?
I'm saying it's going. Yeah. I'm saying it's going to come out on him, and things are actually going to happen to him.
We'll see about that.
We'll see.
Because it's as out as it's going to get. We'll see if anything happens.
I mean, it is being investigated right now. But, by the way, it was Ohio. It says Breitbart News, nice. Ohio becomes 23rd constitutional carry state. Okay. So,
nice.
Anyway.
Ohio, welcome to the
So
fold.
Anyway, I don't know much about the whole chemtrails and all this stuff. That Zach knows a little bit about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about electrical towers either, as far as like a conspiracy theory of that side goes. Other than it's just electrical.
I'm actually
tower.
a pretty big fan of electrical towers. That's
I don't really know what they're going for with that. It might have to do with the whole 5G thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm gonna sign it because this guy's got spunk.
Spunk.
Minnesota Money Boss is full of spunk.
He got spunk. So I'm going with Minnesota Money Boss.
All right.
Well,
Dalton, how do you feel about Mr. MMB?
well,
Spunky.
he definitely doesn't have spark because he doesn't trust the electrical.
Yeah.
You
Nope.
No.
but you know, I'll say this: I think there's plenty of reason to look into things that maybe our food and other things are killing us, and maybe it's not necessarily a conspiracy. Maybe it's just that we're cheap and lazy and like to get things done better or easier. But if someone truly believes in this, maybe they'll find out those things that are actually true. So you know what? I'll sign it. I'm for it.
Man,
Boom.
okay, so we're gonna be we're backing Minnesota Money Boss here. I want
Yeah.
you guys to take a moment. Do we want to align ourselves with Minnesota Money Boss? So I'm sad Zach isn't here because I feel like Zach would love to talk about this, but that he would not sign. I feel like he would distance himself a little bit and try to be the more reliable conspiracy theorist.
No, he's not here. Too bad. Get over it. We sign him.
And see, to me, it's not even about necessarily being reliable. I'll give a good example. You have in the middle, which is true, which is Jeffrey Epstein had a pedophile island, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's true.
Yep.
Then you have QAnon, which is not true,
Mm-hmm.
but that group of people have a great desire to find out certain things that could reveal this truth. But then all the people that seem reasonable during what's her name? Jeffrey Epstein's lady.
Oh yeah.
Ghislaine
Ghislaine Maxwell. During her trial, when they brought up her book, they kicked out everybody in the court. And when they came back in, they said they could not go through that book, and that book was not supposed to be mentioned ever again, which contained names of the people that she got little girls for.
Wow.
So for me, if we let these people who believe in certain things that aren't true look into things, maybe they'll reveal the things that are true, that all the, oh, I'm a normal person, I'm rational, are not willing to actually figure out.
See, but there's an important
my
point
argument.
of differentiation to make here, though.
Yeah.
And that's that you can't have people who have a massive confirmation bias on either side
True.
working on this. And
You don't want a crucible.
No, exactly. I feel like Minnesota Money Boss might have a bit of confirmation bias going on here.
Yeah.
And I don't know that even if Minnesota Money Boss was right about any of the listed conspiracy theories here, that I would be able to trust his opinion on that.
You know what? You're right. You changed my vote.
There we
I
go.
would like to interview the guy, though.
Yes.
That'd be
Oh, yes,
interesting.
absolutely. I would love to take Minnesota Money Boss's thoughts and compare and contrast them to my own
Yes.
and someone else who has a differing opinion, because the truth is going to be somewhere in the middle. And
Yeah.
so
You've won me over.
there we
You've won me
go.
over.
Suck it, Josh.
I just wanted to teach me how to be so spunky.
Oh, he would.
That's-
He definitely would. Just keep in mind, he's unvaccinated.
Oh, no.
Alrighty. Well, we are at time, you guys. Thank you all so much for listening. This has been the Punchable Voices podcast. And as always, if you guys have any petitions that you would like for us to check out, don't hesitate to send them over to punchableproductions@gmail.com. We'll talk to you here soon.
We have an email?
We've got an email!